Hey guys, Jono here from Ecommerce SEO. Should you add a HTML sitemap and breadcrumbs to your Shopify store? Just quickly, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button below or head on over to our free private Facebook group where there's plenty of great discussion going on over there about Shopify SEO, links in the description. So today I just wanted to discuss an option that many store owners may be considering, and it has to do with obviously internal linking and helping Google actually crawl your site with a little more efficiency, and also provide a little more usability for the customer or the visitor to your particular store. So the two main ways that you can do that or help Google actually crawl more efficiently, apart from fixing all the technical SEO issues on your site, which I've gone through before in some of our deep crawl videos, a really simple way you can, and it's a bit of an old school method, but it still works well and doesn't cause any problems. And it's one of those things that you may as well have it on your site because it can only benefit you, and that's a HTML sitemap. So obviously, Shopify by default provides an XML sitemap that you can upload to or verify with Google Search Console and helps Google actually crawl your sitemap. But having a HTML sitemap on the site itself actually can help the bots come in and actually crawl more efficiently and find all your links. And this is an example here. This is actually not a Shopify store, but it's actually quite a good way that they've set out their HTML sitemap actually within their store. So what they've done is essentially categorized their sitemap into different collections or categories, and then added a link to those particular collection and categories. And then you can go even deeper. So I think even here, so mainly these are categories, but you can go deeper into your actual products as well. Then they've added all their other pages too. So this is set out quite nicely. It looks okay. It doesn't look too spammy. And it just allows not only users, but obviously the Google bot to come in and actually click through and be able to find these links. Now, the other way, obviously, you can do it is with and you should do also is with breadcrumbs. So breadcrumbs are just another way of providing internal links to certain areas of your site. So from whatever page you're on, there's an internal link back to the hierarchical collection in Shopify, for example. So you can see here we're in a collection, and we've got the link here to the collection, and then you can see it links back to the home page. And then if we actually click on a product, we have the breadcrumb here where we've got the product URL, and that actually clicks back to all collections, so it pushes back to all collection, and then also to home. So you've got that hierarchical structure, and again, it just allows the bots to actually crawl through and navigate their way efficiently through your site, and also users. So they're the two main ways that you can actually really simply help the bots and users with that process. Many themes, like this theme here, is out of the sandbox. It has a selection where you can just select to have breadcrumbs, and you can just tick it on and off. If your store doesn't have the breadcrumb option in the theme, it's really simple to do. You can actually build it with a snippet in your code. There's plenty of tutorials how to do that online, so I'm not going to go through that here. But essentially, you just create that snippet code in a file, and then in the theme.liquid, you call out that actual code to display on all the pages. And then for a sitemap, the same thing. You can, for a Shopify sitemap, you can use, there's a number of different apps that do it for you for a HTML sitemap. Obviously, they came with a cost. There's generally free trials, or you can do it free. So I've just set one up on this store really quickly just to show you. And generally, what happens is you'll have the sitemap actually in the footer. So you don't want it front and center. You want it sort of in the footer somewhere. And then if you click through, you can see this sitemap's not set up to look great just yet. We'll do some styling on it. But essentially, just by setting this sitemap up, we've got all our collections with their links, and then we've got all our products. So if this was styled a little better, and you could have it in columns and actually categorized a little bit better, it'd look better. But essentially, the process is the same because the links are actually on the sitemap page. Now again, this is really easy to do for free. Plenty of tutorials online how to set up a HTML sitemap for Shopify. So you can just go and find that. Essentially, you create a page template with the sitemap code in it, and then you create a new page, select the sitemap template, hit save, and then you've got this page here, pages and /sitemap. And then all you need to do then is put a link in the menu in your footer, and you've got your sitemap set up and ready to go. So I think it's one of those things, it's a pretty simple thing to do. A lot of stores don't do it, but it can only benefit you in the long run. So I would certainly wish Shopify, certainly bigger stores that may have some crawling issues, if you haven't dealt with your technical SEO elements, this is only going to help. So in our opinion, it's worth doing, because if you don't want to spend money on apps, you don't need to. You can do it really simply and quickly just by creating those elements that I mentioned before. Okay, hope that was helpful. Thanks, we'll talk to you next video.